Hello, fellow clueless people. Welcome to Formula One Explained by an Idiot, the 2025 edition.
It's gonna be so close.
This is very tight. I'm going wheel to wheel.
I'm going for it.
Through goes Hamilton.
If you've ever watched an F1 race and thought, that's a shiny blur going in circles, but what on earth is happening? You're in the right place. And even if you think you are an expert, some of the things in this video will surprise you. I'm here to break down the wild world of Formula One in plain, chaotic English. Think of this like a friend who barely knows what he's talking about, explaining F1 over a drink. Buckle up because we're diving into the fastest circus on four wheels. Lights out, and here we go. Formula One is the pinnacle of motorsport, the fastest, most high-tech racing on the planet. But don't worry, we won't drown in technical jargon. This is the explain it like I'm 5 version, with humor along for the ride. By the end, you might actually understand what's going on during a Grand Prix, or at least be able to pretend you do. Let's get started. What is Formula One, basically? Imagine 20 drivers in insanely powerful cars, racing on circuits around the world for glory. That, in a nutshell, is Formula One. Each season has around 20 races, Grand Prix events across different countries. Drivers earn points based on where they finish in each race. 25 points for a win, 18 for second, down to 1 point for 10th. After the final race, the driver with the most points becomes the world champion. Simple enough, right? F1 is a team sport too. There are 10 teams, each with 2 drivers, so teammates share the garage and sometimes exchange angry glances when one is faster. Teams like Ferrari, Mercedes, and Red Bull are basically the Hogwarts houses of F1, each with its own colors, fans, and personality. They all design their own cars under the same rules, but some do a better job than others. That's why usually a few teams fight at the front, a bunch are in the midfield, and a couple are stuck at the back. A race weekend goes like this. Practice sessions, drivers fine-tune the car and try not to crash, then qualifying on Saturday to determine the starting order. Qualifying is a flat-out time trial. Set a faster lap than everyone else and you get pole position. Start at the front on Sunday. The slower you are, the further back you line up when the race lights go out. On Sunday, it's race time. All cars form up on the grid, the lights go out, and it's pedal to the metal for about 1.5 hours. First car to see the checkered flag wins the race. Sounds straightforward, but throw in pit stops, crashes, safety cars, maybe changing weather, and you get high-speed mayhem where anything can happen. The cars, land-based rocket ships. Let's talk about these ridiculous machines called F1 cars. They're basically land-based rocket ships with 4 wheels and a seat. An F1 car can easily exceed 200 miles per hour on the straights, and its 1.6-liter hybrid turbo engine churns out around 1,000 horsepower. No, that's not a typo. That's like strapping 10 normal car engines into one chassis. These beasts launch from 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 2.5 seconds, and thanks to massive brakes, they can go back to 0 almost as quickly. What really blows my mind is the aerodynamics. F1 cars have wings and bodywork that produce tons of downforce. Think of it as upside-down lift, pressing the car into the road for grip. At high speed, an F1 car generates so much downforce that it could theoretically drive upside down on a ceiling. Engineers insist it's possible, though no one's been crazy enough to try yet. This downforce lets the cars corner at speeds that would shred ordinary tires. Drivers can pull around 5 or 6 Gs in fast turns or heavy braking, meaning they feel 5 to 6 times their body weight pressing on them. The cars are made of ultra-light, strong materials like carbon fiber, and every part is designed for performance. Those slick tires, no tread, provide insane grip, but wear out quickly. There's no ABS or traction control, so it's up to the driver's skill to modulate brakes and throttle without spinning out. The steering wheel looks like a video game controller on steroids, full of buttons and dials to fine-tune the car on the fly, engine modes, brake balance, etc., plus a radio button to chat or occasionally vent to the team. Modern F1 cars are also hybrids. Besides the screaming V6 engine, they have an electric motor and battery that gives extra boost and recovers energy under braking. It's high-tech stuff, and when the driver unleashes the full power unit, it's ferociously fast. Despite all the tech, these cars can be divas. One small setup issue and your million-dollar machine might handle like a go-kart with a missing wheel. Engineers spend countless hours pampering these divas to keep them in the sweet spot. The drivers, superhuman speed. Junkies, now meet the folks brave or crazy enough to pilot these beasts. F1. Drivers are often described as superhuman, and honestly, it fits. They need lightning reflexes, precision, and the endurance of marathon runners. Driving an F1 car is physically brutal. Imagine taking hairpin turns while your body is hit with 5G force and your head feels like it's trying to yank off your neck. That's why drivers have have thick, strong neck muscles. They actually train by strapping weights to their helmets and flexing their necks, so they don't black out or bobblehead in high-G corners. These athletes endure cockpit temperatures over 50 degrees Celsius, 122 degrees Fahrenheit in some races, all while wearing full fireproof gear. They can lose 2 to 3 kilograms of body weight in sweat during a hot race. Most drivers are pretty lean. Any extra weight is a disadvantage, so think of them as jockeys in rocket cars. After a race, you'll see them chugging water and looking spent. It's like running a marathon in a sauna while also battling wheel-to-wheel the entire time. Mentally, they're on another level too. An F1 driver is processing information constantly. The feel of the tires, brake temperatures, engine settings, strategy messages from the team, all while fighting rivals at 200 miles per hour. It's like playing chess while sprinting. A split-second lapse in focus can mean a crash or a lost position. No pressure. Personality-wise, drivers range from ice-cool to fiery, but they all share that competitive fire. They've been racing since childhood. Many started in go-karts as toddlers and clawed their way up to this elite level. By the time they reach F1, even the slowest driver on the grid is incredibly skilled. Seriously, the guy running last could still school almost anyone else on a track day. We also get to hear them on the team radio during races. Sometimes it's pure gold. They'll complain, "My tires are gone," or yell, "Get that guy out of my way," when frustrated with traffic, or drop a sassy one-liner that makes us laugh.
Proper quality. Oh, thank you guys.
Yeah, great job.
Smooth operator. Smooth operator.
Those radio moments give us a glimpse of the personalities under the helmets, hence competitors, but they're human too. The rules of the race simplified. F1 has lots of rules, but here are the basics to follow a race. All cars start together on the grid. When the lights go out, it's a sprint to turn 1. Jumping the start, going early, will earn a penalty. Overtaking is allowed anywhere, but drivers must keep it clean. No punting rivals off or cutting corners. If you break the rules or gain an unfair advantage, the stewards, race referees, will give you a penalty, typically a time added or even a drive through pit lane. Essentially, race hard but fair and stay on the track. Pit stops. During the race, drivers usually make at least one pit stop to change tires. F1 tires give amazing grip but wear out, so you can't finish a race on one set. A pit stop is a lightning-fast ballet. About 20 crew members leap over the wall and change 4 tires in around 2 seconds. Blink and you'll miss it. If the crew fumbles, say a wheel isn't secured, it can ruin a driver's day. Timing of pit stops is strategic. Pit too early or too late and you lose time. Pit at the right moment, like during a safety car period, and you gain an edge. Tires. There are different tire compounds, usually soft, medium, hard, and dry conditions. Soft tires are fastest but wear quickly. Hard tires last longer but are slower. Drivers must use at least 2 different types in a dry race, which is why a pit stop is mandatory. Managing tire wear is key. Push too hard and your tires fade. Manage them well and you can attack at the end. DRS, drag reduction system. This is a tool to help overtaking. If a driver is within 1 second of the car ahead at designated zones, they can open a flap in the rear wing to reduce drag and gain a speed boost. It's like a temporary turbo boost. You'll see the rear wing open and the car gets a few extra miles per hour to help make a pass. It adds strategy. Drivers plan moves around DRS zones. When things go wrong, you might see a safety car. If there's a crash or debris on track, a safety car comes out to slow down the pack and bunch them up while the mess is cleared. Sometimes a virtual safety car, VSC, is used. Everyone slows to a set pace without an actual car on track. Once the track is clear, it's back to racing. A safety car can erase big leads and shake up strategies, so it often turns a race on its head. Teams also employ strategy with their 2 drivers. Team orders sometimes come into play. A driver may be told to let his teammate pass if it benefits the team's overall result. It's controversial, but it happens. Team game and all. In the end, points are what matter. The top 10 finishers score points, 25 for first, 18 for second, 15 for third, etc. These points go to both the Drivers' Championship and the Constructors' Championship, the team title. After each race, the top 3 drivers get to celebrate on the podium, spraying champagne and all. Not a bad way to end a day at the office. The 2025 season shakeup. Now onto some juicy current events. The 2025 season. There have been big changes shaking up the F1 grid. The most headline-grabbing? Lewis Hamilton is now driving for Ferrari. Yep, the 7-time world champion, who was the face of Mercedes for a decade, made a blockbuster switch to the famous red team. Hamilton in Ferrari red is something fans have dreamed about, and now it's real. Ferrari hasn't won a driver's title since 2007, so they're hoping Lewis can end the drought. He joins young star Charles Leclerc at Ferrari, giving the team 2 top-tier drivers. That's a potential powder keg if both insist on being the alpha, but time will tell. So who took Hamilton's spot at Mercedes? Enter Andrea Kimi Antonelli, a rookie just 18 years old. This Italian prodigy was barely out of high school and suddenly finds himself in a top team alongside George Russell. Talk about trial by fire. He's one of 5 rookies on the grid in 2025.
Antonelli wins a feature race for the first time in Formula 2.
A huge influx of young talent. Alongside Antonelli, we have Jack Doohan at Alpine, Oliver Behrman at Haas, Isaac Hodger at Red Bull's junior team, and Gabriel Bortoleto at Sauber. It's not often we see so many newcomers at once, and they're all eager to prove themselves. Driver transfers were the off-season gossip. Aside from Hamilton's move and the rookie invasion, we saw Sergio Perez lose his seat at Red Bull after a rough 2024. Red Bull's second seat is notorious. It's hard to be Max Verstappen's teammate and not get overshadowed. They shuffled through options and by early 2025 settled on Yuki Tsunoda to partner Max after Yuki impressed in the junior team. Over at Alpine, Jack Doohan replaced veteran Esteban Ocon, and Carlos Sainz, having lost his Ferrari seat, moved to Williams to lead their rebuilding effort. Meanwhile, the ageless wonder Fernando Alonso is still racing at Aston Martin in his 40s, showing the kids that experience counts.
And here goes Fernando Alonso down the inside. What a move, Fernando Alonso!
This mix of new and old is making 2025 a blast. You've got the established stars, Hamilton, Verstappen, Leclerc, Alonso, etc., and a bunch of hungry rookies all on track together. Sometimes the veterans teach the kids a lesson. Other times the rookies pull off audacious moves that stun everyone. The competition is tight too. New regulations and the cost cap have brought the field closer together, so surprises are more common. If you're tuning in now, you picked a great time to start watching F1. Why F1 is awesome. So why should you care about Formula 1? Because it's one of the most thrilling spectacles in sports. Its technology meets talent, meets drama.
And Hamilton's had a massive crash, and he's crashed into his teammate.
You witness drivers pushing the limits of physics, cars screaming down the track with engines howling, and teams plotting strategy like a high-speed chess match. Races can offer heart-stopping wheel-to-wheel battles, sudden twists, a surprise rain shower, or safety car shaking things up, and last-lap drama that leaves you holding your breath. F1 is also a global show. One week they're racing at a historic circuit in Europe, the next at a glitzy night race in the Middle East, then a street track in Asia, or a brand new venue in the US. The fans are passionate, and every race has its own vibe. From the Tifosi, Ferrari fanatics, painting Monza red, to the Orange Army cheering for Max in Zandvoort, to the party atmosphere in Singapore and Las Vegas. It's not just a race, it's an event. Now that you've got the basics from this idiot's guide, you can watch a Grand Prix and actually know what's happening. You'll understand why they pit, what soft tires or DRS mean, and you might even pick a favorite driver or team to root for. Whether you're into the engineering marvels or the human rivalries and soap opera storylines, and F1 has plenty of those, there's something for you here. In summary, Formula 1 is fast, loud, complex, and absolutely captivating to watch, and addictive. And hey, if a self-proclaimed idiot, me, can explain it, you're already on your way to becoming a bona fide F1 fan. So grab some snacks, tune into the next race, and enjoy the show. Welcome to the world of Formula 1, where speed, skill, and spectacle are guaranteed. See you at the next lights out, folks.